After being introduced into Korea for the first time in 1956, Mirok has been appraised as a novelist. However, 10 years before that time in 1946, he had already been known as a Korean novelist who took the German literary world by a storm.
There are some things that if we don't take interest in them, we might carelessly pass by. They might be things like a wild flower or a letter secretly kept in the drawer by our mothers. Writers well known abroad than in our homelands are also one of those things. Mirok is a Korean writer residing in Germany. Even before the Republic of Korea appeared on the world stage, he started getting recognized and praised for his literary works from critics. Let us step into his unique literary world.
March 1999, Munich, Germany. Over 300 people and the German press crowded into the Goethe Memorial Hall. They all gathered in memory of the foreigner who still dwelled in their hearts, the Korean writer Mirok. Even the governor attended this event, which celebrated the 100th year of Mirok's birth. This great interest toward the writer came from the Germans. Mirok. What sort of individual was he, that he was able to win the admiration of the German people? His name became known throughout Germany with a book called The Yalu Flows, which introduced Korea to Germany. At the time of its publication, this book received accolades from readers and the literary world.
독자들의 아주 열광적인 호응을 받아가지고 서평이 대단히 많습니다. 서평이 약 100편 정도 됩니다. 곧 또 영어로도 번역되어서 영국에서도 BBC에서도 방송을 하고 미국에서도 번역이 돼서 나오고 또 토론토에서도 카나다에서도 번역이 되고 그리고 그 이후에는 프랑스에서도 번역이 돼서 나오고.
The Yalu Flows is an autobiographical novel about Mirok himself. The main character is born into the turbulent period of modern Korean history. Due to his bad health, he studies on his own and later enters medical school. With the 1919 independence movement, he leads the anti-Japanese movements. However, he is later exiled and seeks refuge in Shanghai. This is when his years of studies in Germany starts to unfold. The Yalu Flows gives Westerners a glimpse into the unfamiliar inner lives of Easterners. Through this piece, Mirok satisfies Germans' thirst for humaneness and restoration after years of war. He receives a big response that transcends the nation and its people.
독일 서평들을 보면은 첫째로는 작가의 문체가 독자들에게 이렇게 매혹적인 그런 문체고, 그다음 둘째로는 독일 독자들이 읽을 적에 대단히 이국적이고 모르는 먼 나라의 이야기, 동양의 윤리, 문화 이런 것들이 담긴 그런 그런 것을 소재로 한 작품이 독일 사람들에게는 대단히 그 호감이 가는 그런 면이 있었기 때문에.
This was the first Korean novel to be published in German. According to reviews, his writings are vivid with German sentiments, with a style so concise and outstanding that it's compared to the likes of Kafka or Bernhard. Therefore, his lyrical style that described Korean traditions was not unfamiliar to the Germans. The simple and innocent descriptions of the writer's childhood overcame cultural differences. His piece can still be found in middle and high school textbooks in Germany and plants a vivid image of Korea in German youths. He was the great son of Korea who stunned the German people. He majored in zoology and received his doctor's degree in Munich University, but he was more absorbed in creative writing than his studies.
공부가 끝난 이후에는 글을 쓰기 시작했어요. 그래서 초기의 그 습작들은 대개 한국을 이렇게 소개하는 소재로 하는 그런 토속적인 민담이라든가 이야기 이런 것들을 독일 신문, 잡지 이런 데다가 발표하다가 서서히 이제 문단의 그 인정을 받기 시작한 이후로 본격적으로 작가 활동을 하기 시작해서
Mirok struggled to get his country back, where he was driven out of, a place where his dreams and family still remained. Perhaps that is why his 30 years in Germany are dotted with yearnings, nostalgia, and anxiety, and why his life and pieces are paved with humanism. Just as the themes in Mirok's pieces all concluded with humanism, his warm human nature and modest attitude were enough to receive the admiration and love from the German people. The reason that Germans continue to learn more about him even half a century after his death probably lies here.
작가로서는 이미륵 씨는 그 작품이라든가 그 인품이 사람들과 이렇게 교류하는 데 있어서 그 휴머니즘을 항상 풍기기 때문에 독일 사람들의 흉금을 많이 울리는 그런 분이었었어요. 이웃을 많이. 그분의 주위에 보면은 여러 계층의 그 지인들이 있습니다. 많은 독일 독자나 독일 사람들로부터 그 인간미가 풍기는 동양에서 온 신사라는 평을 늘 받았습니다.
During his stay in a foreign land, Mirok overcame the difficulties of his life abroad and the longing for his homeland through his writing. The president of Piper Publications that issued his book acknowledges that Mirok's work is among the best ones that he has published. After some time, efforts to remember Mirok in Korea are being made, with the help of Professor Chung Kyu-hwa, who dedicated his whole life for the writer. Due to his efforts of finding and transferring the traces left by Mirok to Korea, Mirok is now finding a place in the hearts of many Koreans. Mirok lets us see how one artist can play a big role in introducing a country to another. As long as his work exists, Korea will continue to be introduced to foreigners, and in their hearts, Korea will be remembered forever.
At the time the Yalu flows got published, Mirok forwarded a letter to the president of a publishing company. In that letter, he frankly expressed his strong disapproval toward his writings being beautified with awkward expressions. His pieces approach us in the plainest way.